This is a video explaining my LED table and app I created this summer. The table consists of 200 LEDs that are powered by an Arduino microcontroller and Android app I created. Both the table and app were built completely from scratch, and the app connects to the table through Bluetooth. This video will show the table and app side by side in real time to show how each mode works. There are a lot of different modes available on this app, and this video will go over the functionality of these modes. This is a fairly long video, so feel free to skip around and pick which mode you want to watch. The first mode I will show is a free color mode, which allows you to color in real time from your phone to the table. To start coloring, all you have to do is select a color and start drawing on the phone. You have the option to color the entire table at once, as well as picking favorite colors. Right now I am drawing a TU for the University of Tulsa. In this mode, you also have the ability to save drawings by giving them a name and description. These drawings can then be viewed later in the load mode. The next mode allows you to create animations for the table. To start creating animations, you must first give them a name and description. I will be creating a very simple firework animation to showcase this mode. Once you are finished drawing a frame, you can select the next frame button to move to the next frame of the animation. There are a lot of options in this mode, such as using arrow keys and the option to automatically move to the next frame when an arrow key is selected. The arrow keys move the entire screen in the chosen direction and can wrap around the table if chosen. Unlike the previous mode, the table shows the frame you had just completed, while the phone shows the frame you are currently working on. This is done to help create the animations. For each frame, you have the ability to change the wait time in between the current frame and the next frame. The time is measured in milliseconds, with the default being 300 milliseconds. Once you are finished with the animation, you can click the Finish button or simply exit out of the mode. The Send Text mode allows you to send scrolling text across the table. For this mode, you just need to write out the text you want to send and choose the background and text colors. You can control the speed of the text, as well as choosing to have it constantly scroll across the table or only scroll once. There are 32 preset colors that you can color with in this app. You also have the ability to create your own colors. By adjusting the red, green, and blue sliders, you can create new colors for the table using their RGB values. You can then save these new colors and use them in other modes of the app, such as free color and animation. The next two modes I will demonstrate involve editing and loading previously created images and animations. To demonstrate the editing capability, I will change the TU image I created earlier and give it a gold color instead of yellow. In this mode, you can edit each frame of the image or animation, as well as add new frames and adjust the wait time in between frames. After you have finished your editing, you have the option to either overwrite the file or save it as a new file. The Load mode allows you to view previously created images and animations. Here is the TU I just edited, as well as an American flag I previously made. I will also show the simple firework animation I made to show how it turned out. The phone screen shows the description as well as the first frame of the selected image or animation. My favorite animation I created is World 1-1 of Mario. This was an animation I had previously made, and it plays Mario World 1-1 in its entirety. This version of Mario is obviously scaled down a little bit, but I think it is still recognizable if you have played the game before. Each mode in this app contains a help button on its menu which describes how to use that particular mode and describes all of the functionality of that mode. Unfortunately, I am not very artistic, but I believe there could be some really cool animations that could be created and viewed on this table. Please let me know if you have any ideas for animations that you think would work well on this table. The rest of the modes on this table are interactive games that can be played and controlled on the phone. The first game is a roulette style game. In this game, you must first select the amount of players and then press Start to start the game. Each player picks a red square and places their token or drink on top of the square. The red square moves around the table and constantly slows down until landing on one of the player's spots. The phone shows the amount of times each square has been landed on for this particular session of the game, as well as total times it has been landed on. You can choose to have the red square circle the table continuously like it is now, or have it skip between player spots only. The player spot chosen will light up when the red square lands there. The game of Snake is also playable on this app. You control the snake through either button or swipe controls to get the food and avoid hitting yourself. You can choose to turn walls on or off, as well as choose the difficulty level. If you hit yourself or a wall, you lose, and you can see how your score compares to the high scores. You can also change the board, snake, and food color, as well as your desired control scheme. As you can see, I am still getting used to using swipe controls on hard mode. Another playable game is Brick Breaker or Breakout. For this game, you must first choose a difficulty and level, and then choose to start the game. You control the paddle using buttons, and you gain a point for each brick you hit with the ball. The ball can change direction depending on where it hits the paddle. If the ball falls beneath the paddle, you lose a life, and if you lose 3 lives, you lose the game. The final game I will be showing is the game of Tetris. This video of Tetris is sped up to save time, but just like the other games, you control Tetris using your phone. This is the final mode I have completed, but I am currently working on a Space Invaders type game. While this is playing, I would like to thank my friend Alex for his help on creating and editing this video, as well as my grandpa and dad who helped construct the actual table. Although I can program the table, it would not have looked nearly as nice or even have been completed without your guidance on the construction. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please let me know if you have any comments or modes you think I could add to the app.